Wow, wow, wow. We just saw the best Real Madrid football ever. Like, we saw a team score one by one. Beautiful football. They were just combining so well. And there was no individual brilliance whatsoever in this game. We played some beautiful football in our dreams. Because we are not Barcelona. This team is, like I would say, not even close to Barcelona. Because Barcelona is the type of team where everyone scores. Even the fringe players, even the bench players. But Real Madrid is a team where it's just individual brilliance. Now, I know Eder Militao scored in this game, which was also just individual brilliance. We saw the man, the myth, the legend, one of the best in the world. Well, he is actually the best in the world. Kylian Mbappé. Now, with Kylian Mbappé, he scored an absolute beauty. Now people are gonna say, oh, it's a Vinny Jr. assist, all this stuff. No, those type of goals don't have an assister. That's just my opinion, because this is all Mbappé. He saw the opening and he took that opening. And this is a huge problem, because it seems like our only scorer, our only good player in attack is Kylian Mbappé. Now that's understandable. He's the best player in the world. Straight up, I don't think anyone can argue. No Rafinhas, no Yamals, not even Dembele. I don't think anyone is on Kylian Mbappe's level. But my word, just watching this team play, it's frustrating. Because none of those attackers, and I'm even adding Vinny into the equation, none of them are on Mbappe's level. And this is something that I hate to say, considering we've seen Vinny outperform Kylian Mbappe many times. And we know that Vinny can be way better than this. However, we are seeing him slowly bring his form back up. Now, he's not as good as he used to be. Matter of fact, he's very underwhelming if you compare him to how good he was in 2024. But you know what? I'm just gonna give him time. Not gonna go too heavy on Vinny. He's a good player and I can slowly see him getting back to a good form. Not his best, but good form. But when it comes to the dependence on this Real Madrid team, it couldn't have been more evident in this match against Espanyol. Espanyol, honestly, a very decent team. But look at this lineup. This is the most attacking lineup I've ever seen. Straight up, under Xabi Alonso, we have a right winger, we have two strikers and a left winger, all in the same team. So that's 4 attackers. And this is kind of a confusing thing that Xabi Alonso tried in this match. It seems like he went for all-out attack, and he went for many goals to be scored in this game. But it's weird, you have so much attackers in the team, but they didn't provide any good plays in attack. I will say the best player in our attack besides Kylian Mbappe is going to shock you. It was Franco Mastantuono, the 18-year-old inexperienced Franco Mastantuono, in which we kind of spoke a bit of negative on Mastantuono's performance in the previous video. Now let's be honest, he was poor in that match. He had one good moment of play in which he almost did one of the most Messi-like solo goals you will ever see. But I felt like in this match, which was against smaller competition, you can see he's kind of coming into his own. Like he's starting to adapt. This is what I love to see. Mastantuono is actually a very good player. He's a very good player, and if you give him time, if you give him starts, if you give him matches, my word, this guy is going to turn into a beast. He honestly reminds me of 2018 Vinny Jr. You can see this guy has potential. You can see there is something unbelievably special about him, but his inexperience is just holding him back. He did so many good things in the match, and I was overall very impressed with Franco Mastantuono. But going back to Kylian Mbappe and the reliance on him, we also saw Arda Güler being benched. Now with Arda Güler being benched, many people overreacted. People were saying, this is bad because Arda Güler has started every match, but he's being dropped after one of his worst performances ever. Now I think this is a good thing. It doesn't mean he's gonna now forever be on the bench. I think this is just a good thing mentally for a player, because after a bad performance, maybe he does need some rest. Because I kind of saw in that Olympic Marseille match, he was kind of a bit slow. Maybe his head wasn't fully in the game, and I think benching him, similar to how Xabi benched Vinny, I think it's a very much needed thing. And I believe Arda Güler is going to learn from this, and being on the bench for him will just be motivation for him. I know we were very harsh on him in the previous video, but he's still a very talented player. And did you see how this team played? Did you see how they played without him? Because, you know, he's our most creative player in the team. He is what holds his team together when it comes to attacking plays. He's the core of Real Madrid's attack. I know that's hard to believe, but no, he creates a lot of plays. And he was very much missing for this entire match. And it was very noticeable because Tchouaméni, not a playmaker. Valverde, not a playmaker. Mastantuano is kind of a playmaker, but he's also a winger. Doesn't really count. So I think moving forward, all the goalers should start regularly. I know he had a bad performance, but he's definitely a player that is missing whenever he doesn't play. We now speak about a player that I was also excited to see in the starting 11, Gonzalo Garcia. He kind of showed us even more how much the team needs Mbappé. Because I don't even think Gonzalo got at least 4 touches on the ball. Like, I don't think he did anything in the match. And yes, he's a young player, but this was just very unconvincing from him. And it is what it is. It just proves my point even more. This team is reliant on Kylian Mbappé. Then we move on to a player that I am excited to see eventually play under Xabi Alonso. I can't wait to see what he does under Xabi. It's Endrick. Now, Endrick hasn't played this season because of the injury. He has now come back. And as I said, I want to see what Xabi's gonna do with him. Because he's an excellent talent. And he's very good. He is just one of those players that can shock you on that pitch. And I mean, don't you guys miss Bobby Charlton ball? Don't you guys miss it? Because I for sure miss it. This guy did so much good things last season. And it's surprising that people talk about him like he was poor. People talk about him like he was a bum. Like he did nothing good at all last season. And I think that just shows you the recency bias. People are crazy. Even Madrid fans, they will tell you this guy had a poor season. But they will forget to also tell you he played under the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who doesn't play young players, Carlo Ancelotti, Don Carlo. I mean, with him, did we expect anything else? If Mastantuano played under Ancelotti, I said this a billion times, he would play in the Castilla as we speak. But my point on this whole Mbappé situation is, I want to see Vinny start to perform again. I want to see Rodrigo play more. Because in his last match, he was very good. He showed the most good plays in attack. Rodrigo needs to play more. I want to see Endrick play. And I think Gonzalo's a player that you can put him on from the bench. So I think that is how you kind of sort out the situation. But moving on, we saw 2 players return in this match. Jude Bellingham, Eduardo Camavinga. And the 2 of them, they played like 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm just happy that they are back. You know, I didn't expect them to play good at all. It's only 4 minutes. But they're back. And it is what it is. Let's see how Xabi Alonso uses the 2 of them. Because these are 2 big names. We move on to another player. A player that Manchester United absolutely fumbled. Alvaro Carreras. The fact that this guy used to play for United and they just let him go just like that is absolutely insane. This guy is so good. He hasn't put on one bad performance for Real Madrid. Continues to improve, continues to perform, and I don't even think we've seen the best of him. Put him against Yamal in El Clasico. Then we're gonna see where this guy's at. And I mean, we already know how good he is. We've already seen him pocket Yamal. So yeah, what a player Real Madrid have signed. But I mean, that's my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I will be reading and I will be responding. But that's my thoughts. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.